you always try to have a faith element in all of your movies and everything that you work on. This isn't necessarily a faith-based film, but what kind of message or angle were you trying to grab in this film?
I'm gonna start and I'm gonna let my partner finish.
Okay.
Bishop, brotherhood, having faith in each other, and creating like a synergy through a
Hmm.
team. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't have anything, but when you come together, you can make a lot. And that's what like North of the Ten, is really embodies, I think.
I'll join on the back of that to say when you're mixing faith, we tend to always look for scripture. And we fail sometimes to realize that our faith is mixed with inspiration. And inside the movie is laced with a lot of inspiring and inspirational messages within the camaraderie of the friends that takes place. And that's what it's all about, pushing them what part of your dream. Your dream is not just a dream, it's a dream laced with an inspiration that God gives you to push you to where you need to go.
Awesome. And what about kicking it to the cast? Did you kind of have that sense in the film, or were you able to kind of draw your own conclusions out of kind of Ryan's vision for it?
I think artistry is such a godly practice. I think that artists are often given their visions and their tasks and their artistic missions from God. So every one of these characters who are chasing their dreams are chasing the dreams that God laid out for them. And it can be very fracturing when you're met with no, or when you're turned down, or when you have to face disappointment and you feel shaken and you wonder if this is even your purpose or if this is even what God made you to do. But it is in those times that you have to, of course, evaluate, but often double down and trust. This is where faith is involved, belief that you're supposed to be doing this even when things don't always look bright.
I would say, I told Ryan, it's this whole movie, man. God had His hands on this whole entire movie from start to finish, because there were so many pieces that were just like lining up perfectly, from cast members to investors to situations that kept seeming like they should fall through. It was just so much things where it was like, for a fact that God has His hands on this project, and even to finishing it and to seeing the final product last night, like, it's all God with this project for sure.
Because you asked if it was sort of evident in the script. And when I read it, I could feel that there was some kind of a faith element to it. And when I spoke to Ryan, I could tell, and he was saying, God bless, and things like that. And we kind of talked on that kind of level. And when I met Don, he said, all the people that are involved in this film are God-fearing people. And I was like, okay, I'm starting to get the sense of it. And I'm very, connected to my own faith. And like Tosin said, it's part of our artistic journey. It's very intertwined. And then when we were on set and we were filming, and there was developments with improvising or kind of bringing your own creative collaboration with Ryan, who was so open to accepting kind of our ideas as we were going along on set. And because my character is from a different faith and is from a different country, I tried to bring that in with a lot of little phrases that could be said in any faith, because they're universal. But those kinds of cultural fusions was really beautiful to see, because in the end, faiths are accepted all over and universal. And it's just nice to bring in that little element too, from a different culture, different faith, and see the sort of acceptingness of it, the dynamic. And so, yeah, Ryan was very open to that kind of, okay, let's put in this little sentence that's in Arabic that says, God be with you. And Arabic is a very flowery language. So there's a lot of really like strong little tiny sentences that were kind of sprinkled throughout the movie. So anybody who is an Arabic speaker, or you can see it in the subtitles, will understand that kind of faith element in it too.